Welcome back to Redbeard RPG, and we are back in the Outer Worlds. Last couple episodes we did mostly just exploration of this new area, Groundbreaker. We're going to get into some quests here though. We were leaving off, we were getting ready to start Parvati's companion quest. Let's check it out.
Are those XF411s? And an old Yakita 37? You think they'd let me peek at the power plant?
Do you have what it takes
Possibly.
to defend your corporate township from the dangers of alien
The only announcement I have
wildlife
to
and
make is
animal
not this coming weekend in a couple days, but next
Talk to
weekend.
your local
My
manager
schedule
about
works out to
applying
where
for
I end up with the
boot-camp
4-day
training
weekend,
and
so we
lend your
will be
life to
doing
protecting our wonderful
a streamathon.
products and products.
Probably at least one, if not two
Military
streams a
service does
day
not guarantee full employment rights, tax breaks, military discount, health
over
benefits,
this
and
coming
military
weekend.
burial, participation medal,
Generic
training, or weapon.
engineer.
Good law, the heat in here is so unbearable I can hardly even concentrate. Junlei better hurry up with those damn repairs already.
Okay. We're going to take a quick once around. Yeah, all that stuff's considered stealing. We're not going to steal from the engineering department. This is a free people's ship, and we want them to have the resources they need. Generic engineer. See if there's anything of interest.
You've missed 3 shifts without notice.
I was fixing that toilet you sent me to repair. The one above the Lost Hope?
That was days ago.
The fucking door! It locked behind me. And it wasn't until this freighter captain found me that I...
You're lucky the chief would have my ass if I spaced you. Now get back to work, Private.
Right away, sir.
That's the guy we saved while we were exploring.
Suppose it's time to reevaluate my career goals.
You should clear out. Engineering's a dangerous place to wander until we get those radiators fixed.
Okay. And we got a bunch of enemy things on our map. I wonder if there's something going on down there. Well, a couple uniquely named characters, but no dialogue trees to go through. So let's get to it.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors.
I'm captain of the Unreliable, though my ship's a bit grounded at the moment.
I heard we had someone in impound. Wish I could help. I gave the bureaucrats a motive authority over freight traffic, and it rankles them good when I challenge it. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting.
I'm going to cause nothing but problems. Copy that, Chief.
At ease. Nice to see an outsider with some working brain cells. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through.
Once out of impound, I'm bound for Monarch.
Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
Definitely not a corporate guy. Seems kind of warm in here. What's going on?
Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship.
Why haven't you fixed them yet?
Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner.
Surely there's room for compromise.
None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. I can't allow that. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone on board, will be cooked alive.
You need a contractor to work this out. I'm available for a reasonable rate.
Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays.
Back bays? How am I supposed to know where that is?
Sorry, I forget not everyone knows this ship like I do. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now.
Have you tried sending anyone down there to get the parts?
I have. One of my engineers, plus a small security detail. They didn't come back.
That's not good.
I can't afford to lose any Mardits on this job. No offense, but a freelancer like you is more dispensable.
Oh, really? Why so protective?
Mardits are descended from the original Marine detachment that crossed the void with Groundbreaker. I don't put their lives on the line if I can avoid it.
Couldn't we try to talk to whoever's down there?
Those idiots are immune to reason, and they don't much care if the station melts to pieces. They're content to die last. If you could find some way to solve this without violence, I'd prefer that. But more than anything, we need those parts.
And we can't get them from anywhere else.
You must not have been here long. In Halcyon, new parts come by way of interstellar freighters from Earth, and the board monopolizes that kind of trade. That means I'd have to negotiate with the board. I've already given them the shops, the docking fees, and a damn embassy.
Their negotiations sound like a bureaucratic coup.
Damn right. And while I'm captain of the Groundbreaker, it falls to me to preserve this ship's independence.
Alright, I'll go get them parts.
Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs. Speak your mind. Honestly, I could use the distraction.
You don't have a lot of faith in the board.
You're right, I don't. The board is after two things, bits and power, and they only get it by sticking their nose where it doesn't belong.
How do you keep the board at a safe distance?
I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard-ass. It'd be a joy if I could kick out the corporate merchants and reclaim the docking fees in my lifetime. Too much of Groundbreaker's income is flowing in the wrong direction. I'd like to see that change. You've got my attention.
What's it like being in command around here?
Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit boards is past warranty, so I have the pleasure of making life or death decisions on a shoestring budget. Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way that anyone outside the family would understand.
This ship is a family business?
Sure is. The Tennysons came over on the Groundbreaker. My grandmother, Chief Gang, kept it together during the crossing and until she died. I was promoted only recently, when my mom died. Then I took the leap from chief engineer to captain.
They must have been amazing people to have taught you all you know, which is a lot.
That means a lot coming from a fellow engineer.
Was it a big change that transition into command?
It was different knowing that I couldn't turn to anyone who could answer the tough questions for me. Maybe you can see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker. This ship is family. It's got tinkerings and bypasses that only Tennysons know about.
Parvati could always help you shoulder the burden.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I'm really just a dab hand with a wrench. Nothing special. Not like a chief engineer.
Don't sell yourself short. It doesn't take a seasoned pro to tinker on Groundbreaker. Just someone who knows how a ship ought to feel. We're always thirsting for help. If you could find your way around this labyrinth of ducts and panels, we could work something out.
Aren't you a little young to be training a successor?
You see any bite-sized Tennyson children running around? I didn't think so. The next captain won't have my heritage. I'll have to foster that talent from somewhere. It's only a question of when. You've got my attention.
Parvati wanted to talk to you.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
We're gonna nudge her to continue.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if, well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
We're gonna silently encourage.
Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry.
Nice job, Parvati.
Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention.
There is nothing else. Alright, now we gotta find where these back bays are and get some parts. Let's, do you have anything new to say?
Yeah, huh?
What was that with Junlei?
Well, I didn't expect her to be so tall. And did you see the size of her arms?
Sounds like you got a crush on her.
What? No. Maybe? I don't... It's like somebody reached into my head and pulled out what I didn't know I wanted. You know how hard it is to find anybody who likes working with tools in a little town like Edgewater?
There's more to a relationship than beefy arms and a shared career.
I reckon there's worse places to start.
That's fair.
Did you see how everybody on Groundbreaker listens to Junlei? She's just, here's how to fix it. And they trust her. It's just... she's calm and knows what to do. I wish I was half so confident.
Alright. That's the first little hint about the crush. This is not where we want to go. The back bays, I think I mentioned during our exploration,
When might we expect you out here again? Can't surf it.
are off to the side. Why is it telling me to go back to the unreliable? Hold on. What task? Oh, they want me to go back and ask Okay, that's right. That's right. And okay, this is the spaceship one. All right. We'll continue with Parvati's section. We'll go ahead and head to the spaceship. Let's see. Does this guy have anything? Felix have anything new to say?
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
Nope.
Hey there, you mind stepping back? This charming little ship's been impounded and I'm afraid I can't let you near it till it's not.
Oh, yeah. Can you help me get this cleared up?
I'd surely love to, but that's just not my bailiwick. You'll want to have words with our representative here from the board, Mr. Udom Bedford. His office is on the promenade.
Don't touch my ship.
Gosh, I wouldn't dream of it. Not unless I got to, and I don't see any reason why I'd gotta. Do you?
She's a good ship, ma'am. Mostly doesn't act up at all.
Happy to hear it.
Does it seem hot in here to you?
I ain't felt so much as a tepid breeze in weeks. I hope Miss Chief Tennyson gets that fixed soon.
Well, it doesn't smell as bad here as Edgewater's graveyard in high summer, so guess I can't complain.
Whew. I'm starting to feel like a sisty roast in all this armor.
Alright.
Have yourself a pleasant day.
Alright, we can't do that quest right now. We haven't talked to Udom Bedford yet. We're going to put that off for a little bit, so we'll do Happy Mrs. Warm Spaceship. And as I was saying, I mentioned in our exploration episode, there was a little section we didn't explore. We're about to head there. There's actually a couple little sections we didn't explore, but I'm pretty sure they're all quest related.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch, Sugar Gel Flakes, and Purple Berry flavored Power Nuggets. Now with 12% more crunch.
What's going on with you lately? You seem down.
Board patrol nicked a friend of mine, accused her of piracy.
Shit. She actually do it?
No. One of the cleanest folk I know. She found a hold-up ship and was pulling illegal salvage. One of the big cruisers rolled up on her and claimed she'd done the holding her own self.
What the hell are they gonna do with her?
They already done it. She was sent to the labyrinth on Tartarus. Disruption of intra-colony commerce.
Oh, sick. That's a prison for hard cases. Violent repeaters. Nobody gets out.
I know, man. Don't I know?
Interesting. Who keeps closing this door? I thought I saw a staircase there for a second. Anyways.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regular...
That's sealed.
Tossball finals are scheduled to air soon, but a scandal has rocked...
What can I do for you, Captain?
There we go. There's back bays. Does that give us something? No? No quest update? What do I got, a pickpocket or key card or something? What's going on here? I do not remember how you get to the back bays. That's probably it. Oh boy. I don't know. Didn't it seem like the marker was pointing in a different...
Hey, McBride, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaching. Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Yum, yum.
Okay.
Time to feed the flames. It's nothing personal. Promise.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain.
Put that down before you incinerate the entire deck.
I know this ain't a toy, neighbor from above. It's a catalyst, just like me. Keep talking. I like the sound of your voice.
Well, thank you. I'm here for some parts Junlei sent me.
That's right, sir. Just the parts. We'll be in and out in a jiff. You won't even know we were here.
Tennyson just keeps feeding the furnace, don't she? We're still playing with her last sacrifice out back with the crew.
What are you doing to that poor engineer?
We were just sitting in a circle, sucking down exhaust fumes and toasting to the memory of our brain cells, making this broken angel fly again.
So, can I grab the part then?
You don't just ask a king for a favor when you're standing in his court. You bring tribute, sacrifices, prophecy, shit like that.
These parts are leaking deadly toxins. I'll just come back after you're dead.
Under its skin, this ship is all poison and darkness. Lead bones, asbestos muscle. Maybe you're right. You've got the run of the kingdom. Up those stairs, you'll find the parts. My crew won't get in your way.
There's something else.
Lay it on me, boss. I'm good for it.
How'd you end up back here?
Ship got impounded. The crew and I racked up a debt while we were grounded, and my baby got sold to Sublight. Scrapped for parts. That's bureaucracy for you. Piracy with a smile.
Sounds a lot like what happened to me.
Am I your dark reflection? Shit, must be getting old. Stay here too long, and the groundbreaker drains you like a fuel tank. You can come and go in my little kingdom. Just try not to piss off any of the gestures.
Okay. Oh, we got one dead engineer right there. Scrap mechanical. Well.
What's that? I hear something.
Oh, that's all stealing. That'll probably upset them.
Smells kind of like old Bess's outflow pipes. Ugh.
Well, I thought there would be a little more action in this episode. Looks like it's more explanation and item collecting so far. Anybody see me over here? Let's crouch down.
Keep him quiet, Cap.
We want that mag pick, even if it is stolen.
You get that automech patch? McCred wants it up and running.
I'm trying to think of a good name before I wake it up.
Don't give it a name. What are you thinking? It hasn't got a heart? Not like us.
That guy can see me. That's probably not going to go well. Alright, let's see what's in this little room back here. Couple small boxes of ammo, that's it. Okay. Will you go somewhere? That's pretty cool. Oh. Anything else?
Red gave me a taste of the good stuff. I've been tripping for days.
Careful with that shit. You'll end up as crazy as he is.
It takes crazy to live in this universe. Crazy cosmos. Crazy.
It's so cozy.
I don't understand. There's a whole another control panel down here. Oh, this is where all the pods were. Okay. Because this is another colony ship like the Hope I came from was, and this is where all the pods were. Okay. So that's the part of the ship we're in. Alright. There's downstairs. Let's go upstairs first, see what upstairs has to offer. Then we're probably going to check out downstairs as well. Why not?
This place is falling apart.
Can't spell groundbreaker without broken. Oh, wait.
So all these little passageways, these are just if you're trying to sneak around everything. Because this is, oh, that's not the ladder. This is the ladder. But no treasure. part of the benefit of the having all that dialogue skill. You can pass all these speech checks and get experience and move along. And the writing in this game is pretty good. Well, there's our radiator
Junlei's gonna be
parts.
pleased as pie when we show her these.
Oh, that's not considered stealing. I'll take that then. That one is. This is all considered stealing, but they can't see me tucked away here. That was poverty falling. That was nobody freaking out. Alright, I think there's a staircase on this side as well. And then we'll check out the basement of their kingdom.
Everyone get branded when they join McRed's crew? I guess I'm honored. We got another complaint. People don't like worms in their shrooms.
Aw, they're just tilling the soil. Besides, they're my friends.
Find a new friend. This worm fixation is screwing with our bottom line.
So I guess they grow mushrooms down here to eat? Can't examine that, okay. Okay. Kind of people everywhere. We could take the time to rob them blind, but I don't know. They don't seem like such bad guys. They kind of just owe a bunch of money, so they're hiding out. Using intimidation. This girl's got a unique name.
You're the first person I've seen who talked their way past McRed. That may not sound like much, but take my word for it. Wow.
What brings you to the back bays?
Junlei sent me down to collect the parts we need to fix the radiators. McRed got me all distracted sucking fumes and talking about the cosmos.
Good grief. I came to grab some radiator parts. Engineering could use your help installing them.
I'll get back to my post. See you topside, stranger.
Alright, we got one of our engineers back. What are these guys? Just generic outlaws? This one's not giving me a name.
Boss says you're all right.
Wow.
Okay, that's still all considered stealing. Well, they don't care that I lockpick their stuff. All considered stealing. It's going to be a little tricky getting that mag pick. We'll just move on. Alright, well there's the back base. And we got the radiator parts. Lots of things to steal if you're daring enough. If not, yeah, you can just do what I did. Grab a couple little well-placed items and move along. Back to engineering. The door actually stayed open this time.
This is Halcyon News.
You've returned, and in one piece. Color me impressed.
Got the parts for radiator. What now?
Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight mantipillar infestation.
Oh, wonderful. Define slight.
More than a few. Less than a hive. Nothing you can't handle. We were salvaging parts from a ship. Turned out there were eggs inside. They got into the radiators, and here we are.
Alright, I'll make my way down there.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't got a thing to worry about. I mean, aside from fires and such.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that. Thank you.
You need to work on your game a little bit. I get you're nervous, but you're a lot cooler than you're giving yourself credit for. Off we go. Let's go ahead and do a quick save just in case. I think we're about to enter combat section.
The controls are in the back of the machinery shaft area. Keep clear of the radiators. You don't need to kill the caterpillars, but I'd be mighty grateful if you did. I've got this thing about giant insects.
Oh, they already noticed me.
Ah! I can't see! Got him! Ah! 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 Down they go!
I got Mantipillar and Manta Swarm are the enemies. Do I hear combat music? That's probably from those guys up there.
Here they come!
One of these got a scope on him. There we go. Quit.
Woohoo! Nice work!
Alright, let's check this out. One, two. Alright. Let's switch back. Yeah, let's switch back to this pistol. I like this one. Oh, we got that new shotgun. Is that what this is? Or is this a plasma rifle? It's shotgun. Let's try this guy out. Mantipillars seem to not have much on them so far. No treasure. Whoops. Be careful, don't touch the hot stuff. He's got nothing either. Alright, we got a little treasure. Alright. What about this way? Just a dead end to nothing. Excellent. Whoop. Model spaceship. Really more junk than treasure, but we'll get a couple bucks out of it.
Good news? Song tells me the security mechanicals booted up and killed a bunch of mantis. Bad news. Diagnostic says their circuit boards are fused from the heat, so they're not too picky about who they kill next.
Excellent.
Sneak past if you can. Shoot back if you need to. I can always fix them later.
Okay.
Unexpected noise. Beginning security patrol.
So we're kind of between a rock and a hard place. I like being sneaky, but I also want all the treasure.
Terminating security search.
Here we go!
System alert.
he's coming downstairs. So he'll be coming through this door here in a second.
Try something else! That's the last of them!
She said she can always fix them later. That is barred. Alright, can't go that way. Alright, I guess we're going this way then. This is a much needed shotgun upgrade. Any treasure? No.
Processing.
Incoming! We're not getting through! Way to go, Cap!
Dissident found. Target low.
We're down, Cap! We're not getting through!
I've literally forgot the heal button. What is it? There we go. It's putting up big numbers, but it's not doing much to his health bar, is it? Nothing of interest. Okay. The only place to go is down that ladder, is it? Do we have any energy weapons equipped? Yeah, we got this pistol. What's that up there? Something I can't grab, alright. Maybe this will do a little better against the auto mechanicals.
I have the parts in position on my side. Go ahead and cycle the droplet pumps. And if you don't know what that means, just look for a command that says, cycle droplet pumps.
Here they come! We're not getting through! You got him! Everyone all right?
I should have just shot that barrel. Got that terminal. This is probably that barred door from the beginning. And oh, there's some treasure up there. Let's go check that out first. A music box. All right. Check the logs out. 1, 2, 1, 2, and cycle droplet pumps.
Done. The temperatures are dropping. Stop by once you found your way out of there. Groundbreaker owes you thanks.
How did I? There's an elevator somewhere. I don't remember. It's obviously not up here. Let's go ahead and break our legs a little bit. That's okay. Yeah, here it is. Put our gun up.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regular...
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts, but you're all right.
I better be.
The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive.
Good.
If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you our premium meds.
Ooh. Lots of benefits for that. Excellent. And groundbreaker reputation increases.
Hey, you the one who fixed those radiators? Nice work. You really saved our buns. Whenever you're free, let's have a chat.
Right now.
You aiming to send a message? If so, we best do it now while we still got time.
Why would we run out of time? You headed somewhere?
Me? No. But our relaying capabilities? That's on the final countdown. We're going offline in 3, 2, 1.5... No. Wait, I've lost track of my weeks. Maybe it was 36 or... sometime dire soon.
Okay. Why are you about to lose comp capabilities?
Our primary relay station's soon to be occluded by a gas giant. Happens every 40 years or thereabouts. The event's forecasted to last for months, during which we'll lose signal to the station.
That'll put the whole system in a right dire situation.
Yes, it will.
We've got backup auxiliary relays, but the one currently in orbital range went offline some months ago. We can't spare people for routine maintenance.
How cut off are you by losing one relay station?
Well, we wouldn't be utterly and completely blacked out, but we'd lose the majority of our comm traffic for sure. Ships and colonies on Terra 2 need a clear line from their communications towers to the groundbreaker for the transmissions to make it through. If it's not clear, they transmit to the closest relay station, which stores the message, then passes it along when our orbits align.
Oh. What about other auxiliary relay stations?
The others won't be in orbital range during the occlusion event. Isn't it some law of the universe? The relay I gotta rely on is, of course, the one on the Fritz.
Can't ships relay messages to each other?
That they can, and they do. But only between ships owned by the same corporation.
Oh.
No corp will authorize sending messages through a ship owned by a rival. And no corp will relay messages for the Wildcat freighters, not without charging them more than they'll make in a single haul anyway. That's why we're the message hub.
Pretty ridiculous.
The groundbreaker's neither corporate owned nor board controlled. Our comms are neutral.
Well, then we gotta get that station back online.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I finally got the chief to approve the budget for a diagnostic expedition. But allocating the personnel loss for sending a technical team to the relay station keeps getting denied by Junlei. The chief.
Okay. Seems irresponsible not to have fixed the backup relay before now.
We don't know why it went down or if it's even a hardware-related issue. Getting a team out there takes time and money, neither of which we have readily on hand. And we do have multiple auxiliaries, just they won't be in orbital range during the next few months. Our backup station will be. If it weren't for the occlusion event coming our way, we'd be doing fine as always.
I could check it out. There's no need for official sign-off in that case.
I should say no, but why not? Maybe you can figure out why it's offline. I'll send you with an equipment manual. Hopefully we'll get lucky, or I'll get my approval in time.
Hope you don't mind if I borrow that manual when you're done with it, Captain. I could do with some leisure reading.
Oh, and I'll need you to retrieve a copy of the relay's backup data. I gotta forward any messages from Earth stored in the memory. Better late than never, eh?
That's fair. What do you mean?
The relay stations orbit the edge of the Halcyon system, so they tend to receive the majority of any transmissions from Earth. I'm sure the station's got a stack of junk messages just waiting for me to sort through.
You just let messages from Earth sit in a memory on an orbital relay?
It's not like they're in high demand. Most tend to be adverts on new products, meaning only folks in Byzantium can afford them.
Alright. Alright, where does that quest take us? Offline. Alright, so we gotta go to GB23, which we'll have to do from the ship, correct? Why do I have... There's no regional map here. I'm confused. This is not very helpful. Udom Bedford. And that's passage to anywhere. I'll speak to Gladys and Udom. Okay. This one, yeah, we gotta go to the ship for that. Local doctors, talk to Corporal Wheeler at Groundbreaker, ask you to update Dr. Dorset at sickbay with the status of her shipment. Okay, and that we have to get the ship back. Still no botched quests. Alright, so the only thing we can do without progressing the main story is this guy. So let's go do it. We're gonna update whoever this is
I can't believe it's not forced. It's
on the medicine situation. There you are. Ah, smoking doctor. Excellent.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service.
I'm aware of that. Better myself, isn't this the med bay?
Sure is. You need a deft hand to straighten a busted nose or sparkle up those not-so-pearly whites? I'm your gal. Of course, there's not much cosmetic improvement going on at the moment, not without my mechanicals. Where the law is Irian anyway?
You do cosmetic surgery on this rickety space station, really?
Sure. How do you think we keep this pile of junk in the sky? It costs bits, and a little prettying up brings in a fair few of them.
Okay.
Or it would, if I had my dang mechanicals.
What's going on?
I'm expecting our delivery fellow to stop through with medical supplies and service auto mechanicals. Name's Captain Irion. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates, usually by bandits.
I could try to find him.
I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type.
Okay.
You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
I'm not too worried about that. And we level up.
Keep hanging around and I'll begin to think you're here for me.
Hey.
What can I do for you?
What's up? Alright, I guess that counted as updating then. Alright, let's do our skill points. We want a couple in ranged, Couple in defense, couple in dialogue. Our persuade's almost to 50. Couple in stealth, couple in tech. And apply.
Good luck getting to Jessie, and better luck if you do. She's a real piece of work.
Is that not in my quest? Okay, that is. Okay. Alright, that will need the ship for now. This and the empty man, I think, are the only things. Oh, yeah, we'll need the ship for that. Let's try it. Drop down a save real quick. Since we're going into restricted territory.
Okay, keep him quiet.
We got a limited amount of time. Holographic disguise activated. Your holographic shroud has activated, giving you temporary access to a restricted area. Moving drains the shroud's energy. When it runs out, the personnel will see and interrogate you. Talk your way out of interrogation to reset your shroud. It will get harder to talk your way out the more you are interrogated. Okay. So we don't really need to sneak. We kind of need to.
You ever wonder if maybe folks
just
keep
go.
doors closed for a reason?
To the last Ratdodon rut in time, leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you?
Ellie sent me.
What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body.
Oh, yeah?
Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone.
She's worried about you a lot.
Criminy. She really ain't gonna drop this, is she? Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath.
Okay.
You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot.
Didn't
I
even
might
give
have
you a
missed
chance
a
to
payment or
answer.
two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low.
Okay. Ellie asked me to help you, so that's what I plan to do.
Udom Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me.
What'd you do that got you in trouble?
What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear.
Uh-huh. You think the board had someone follow you and now you're hiding out?
Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1, assuming you want to keep breathing. All right, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the blood-tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years.
So you stole it?
If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent.
I'll talk to Udom for you.
Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
Sure. Alright, I we do want to explore around, but we're on a bit of a time limit. Alright, so this one's got me talking to Udom. What else do we got to do before I do that? Gotta get on the ship. I have to get on the ship to switch for Vicar Max. I want him with me for that. That requires the ship, requires a ship. There's a science weapon on here. Let's we'll go ahead and talk to Udom. We'll get our ship and we'll do whatever he's got for us to do. We haven't talked to him yet.
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
Where'd you go?
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for...
There you are. Any of these guys do anything interesting? Nope, just generic corporate troopers.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
Forget Alex. Why'd you impound my ship?
I impounded Alex's ship, not yours. Well, I guess it's yours now if you're captaining it. It's a game we play, he and I. I ask him to turn in Phineas Wells. He tells me he will soon. I impound his ship. He explains why he can't give me the info right now. I ask him to turn in Wells. Around and around we go.
Thrilling. Anyway, about my ship?
Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
Why is the board so interested in Wells?
You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really in the colony's best interest that we stop him before he does further harm.
I wish I could ask what they're classifying that he's done that's considered terrorism or theft. Why do you think I know anything about Wells?
Well, Alex knew, or he said he did. And you have his ship. Maybe he kept some records around, or a conveniently placed note on his bedside table.
Alex never mentioned Phineas.
That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
I'm here about Jessie Doyle. I want her debt settled.
Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs.
What?
Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases.
Oh, yeah? She's worth more than a live indentured contract. I don't want to do that. I'll pay it off.
I think you may have underestimated the size of Miss Doyle's debt. If you'll look over this itemized bill.
You're charging that much for emotional anguish, really?
I am extremely anguished, Captain. Please respect my feelings in this difficult time.
A total of 2,161 bits. I'll cover that.
I'm glad we could come to an accommodation. You may inform Miss Doyle that our collections agent will be recalled. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work?
I wanted to ask you something else.
Be my guest.
Has it gotten less hot here lately?
You refer to the radiator issue? Oh, goodness, it was dreadful. I was sweating constantly. Chief Tennyson certainly did take her time resolving it.
Wasn't the whole overeating problem your fault to begin with?
Gracious, no. I can't imagine what gave you that idea. I only facilitated communication between the board and Chief Tennyson. It's not my fault she was stubborn.
Oh, yeah.
Deplorable conduct. My superiors will be hearing about it. You can be certain of that.
She did everything she could. It was your people's fault, not Junlei's.
My, aren't you, excitable.
Don't talk to her that way.
Oh, sweetie. I don't owe a grease-stained wrench jockey like her the time of day, let alone my deference.
Take it back, now.
I'm sorry, my temper got away from me. Please accept my sincerest apologies to you and your friend.
Does that work for you, Parvati?
Oh, I'm not used to folks saying sorry. It's not all right exactly, but I appreciate the apology, I guess.
Well, now that that's dealt with, was there anything else you wanted to discuss?
What do you do here exactly?
I'm the certified representative of the board's interests here on the Groundbreaker. I'm their eyes, ears, and busy little hands.
Big fish, that doesn't really answer my question.
I send a lot of messages. Sometimes I read them. Every once in a while, I'll impound a ship if I want to feel alive.
Oh, yeah, you get off on that? Can you get me to Stellar Bay?
Good law! Who'd want to go to that toxic hell pit?
So, no?
No. Emphatically no. Unequivocally no. Immutably no.
What's in those locked doors in the back?
A luxury stateroom, reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use.
Chairman visit often?
Oh, good law, of course not. He'd never set foot on this decrepit junk pile. As
Why
this
does he have a
office is
room?
the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, corporate bylaws specifically state a room must be maintained for the chairman's exclusive use.
Great. Why are there armed guards in here?
Oh, you've noticed my friends. Wonderful. Aren't their guns very large? Tremendously impressive. They're here to keep the peace, of course.
To watch your back, you mean?
Precisely. Groundbreaker makes much ado about its independent status and so resents any board presence, no matter how benign.
You keep calling offices on their promenade benign.
When the alternative is board guards at their gates, yes, I do. They don't see it that way, of course, but I can't say I much care.
What a charming guy you are.
Ask away.
Alright, that's all we got to say other than ratting out Phineas, which we're not doing. Trying to save us from this corporate BS. Definitely the good guy.
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At
There
least
she
you
is.
finally got your chance to square our debt. That ought to make you smile for once, huh?
Nothing makes me happier than being even. Except being right. That's nice too. The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jessie. I guess that means I owe you now, right?
Yep.
Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better than average sawbones.
Sawbones?
If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off.
Alright. You really don't like owing people, do you?
It's like people touching a cookie and leaving it in the box. It's just one of those things that gets under my skin.
That's fair. Welcome aboard, Ellie.
You won't be sorry. Or if you are, just add it to my debt and we'll figure something out.
Welcome to the crew, Miss Ellie. We're real happy to have you.
Alright. What are these special meds I was
hello.
got access to?
Junlei called up from engineering. Said I should let you buy medical supplies from our stores. Dr. Fenhill, I hope you're not here to harass any of our patients.
Harassing? Come on, I was trying to help Jessie.
You have a creative definition of helping.
Then it's lucky for us both that I've found gainful employment with someone who appreciates my ingenuity.
Good luck with this one, Captain. Now, is there something I can help you with?
Let me see what you got.
A better selection than you'll find on the promenade deck, and a quality commensurate with a friend of the station.
What do we got here? Adreno. Yeah, kind of the same kind of meds. Lab outfits. And reinforced headwear. Yeah, nothing too special there. I can hold Z to sell my junk, though. Anything in particular I'm looking to get rid of in the moment? Not really. It's a pristine assault rifle. This one's not pristine. Sell that guy. Sell that guy. We'll sell that. I have another tactical shotgun already, don't I? Let's sell that guy. Anything else worth more than 10 bucks? That assault rifle, I think we'll keep that one for now. Light pistol's worth 15. Let's sell those guys then. That one's not worth more than 15. Did I just sell a special weapon? Oh, it's got a buyback menu, doesn't it? I don't know why that one was worth so much more. Oh, it's pristine, that's why. That's okay. That's okay, we'll just leave it be. Alright. Those are cool. Oh, those are special too. Yeah, we're gonna keep those. Yeah, we'll keep all that stuff. Alright, so wait, is she following me now and Parvati went back to the ship? Or are they just both following me? It kinda seems like they're both just following me.
Something on your mind?
Let's see if she has anything interesting to say. I'd like to know more about you.
I'm a surgeon by training and a pirate by inclination.
Excellent.
Not much else to know, Captain. I like long walks on the promenade and the smell of Spacer's Corona. I make a mean zero-G cocktail and I've got a meaner right hook.
What's a zero-G cocktail?
It's a mix of whatever you've got on hand. Usually zero-G brew with some Spectrum vodka if you're lucky. Purple berry shake if you're not.
Honestly, that sounds disgusting.
Out on the edge of the aether, we learn to make do with what we've got. No room for fancy predilections.
Do you have much experience contracting with other captains?
Sure do. Some of it was even legal.
Ooh. You weren't joking about being a pirate.
What gave it away? It's the hair, right? Or maybe the ammo belt? I had it custom made.
It's pretty nice. Your casual outlook on legality.
Gotta figure out how to work that into my aesthetic. Maybe a pair of earrings? I've done all types of work with all kinds of crews. If there's one thing you ought to know about me, it's that I won't tell you your business. Your ship, your way.
Sounds reasonable.
Glad to hear it. It's worked for me this long.
Was hoping to know something more personal.
Well, my blood type is AB positive. I'm a Leo, and I despise Space Hospital. Never mind what anyone else tries to tell you.
Huh?
That about covers it.
Where are you from? How did you get in this line of work?
Oh, come on. That stuff's boring.
You're deflecting.
Look, the thing I've learned about living in close quarters is that you've got to give people room to breathe. I'm all for making a few bits together and having fun doing it, but let's keep a little professional distance.
Fine.
No complaints here.
Alright, so at least for the moment I got 2
Groundbreaker's
followers. Whoa.
safe from melting to bits now. Lots of good people can rest easy because of you.
Yep. I pressed the wrong button, that's why she started talking to me. Alright, what do we got left on the agenda? We can go back to the ship. Which would take care of all of our companion quests. And gain access to Stellar Bay. Find captain, travel. We'll do this for now, and then we'll go to the ship. Phineas's weapon.
Rizzo's Purpleberry Punch.
Miss Ellie, Dr. Finhill. I notice your pistol's been making a funny noise.
What are you talking about? I oil it every night.
Well, look here. Your slide's not recoiling fully. You might be due for a new spring. I could take a look, maybe fix it for you.
Sure. I'm short on bits at the moment, but I'll pay you back.
Oh, no. I mean, it don't cost nothing. I got a spare spring in my pocket here, even.
Everything's got a price.
Well, it seems like you're kind of broke all the time there, Ellie. Is this that's telling me to go back to the ship too? I thought that was something here. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. There's more than one marker. My bad.
Rizzo Spectrum Vodka. Aftertaste the rainbow.
Into the rest and go. This is one area we haven't checked out yet.
The beds are comfy, but you'll want to check the mattress before you settle in.
Advertisement for the fall.
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time.
And very hilarious. Looking for Gladys.
Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right, depending on which direction you count from.
How's life on Groundbreaker?
Fine, as long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to itself.
Hell yeah.
Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and Sublight is the shoddy jewel in our rusty old crown.
How does Groundbreaker keep the board at bay?
Our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak, same as her mother and grandmother who rode this ship on the crossing. There's a reason the board's embassy is a glorified shoebox. While Junlei Tennyson lives and breathes, Groundbreaker remains free.
You mentioned Sublight.
Our local garbage collectors. That Lilia Hagen never met a debris field she didn't like. She freely admits she planted her roots in Groundbreaker to escape board oversight. But I think there's more to it. She's unusual in the head, that one.
Didn't seem that way to me, but okay. Do you do business with the Promenade merchants?
Of course. Most of our supplies come and go through merchants. Company ships and salvage runs are the only traffic we tend to get. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost to being a company man,
yeah,
he paid it in spades.
In spades, for sure. All right. Little sprat right there. Oh, none of this is considered stealing. Nice. Free mag picks.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Now see here, I'm...
And now
What
for
was
the
I doing
Chairman
again?
Rockland.
I couldn't tell you.
Greetings, hard-working citizens of Halcyon.
Alright, this stuff's considered stealing, so we'll leave that alone.
We need only look to one another to find examples of
What about
honest
back
labor
here?
and earnest work ethic.
Yeah, all
But
stealing. Okay.
there are those who cheat and swindle their way through life. It breaks my heart to see the fruits of our
That's
labor.
Gladys. Nothing says a nice hotel like a community toilet. Oh, place to sneak around back there. We'll come back to that. Nothing here. Let's check out these vending machines, see if there's anything of interest. Light armor 13 plus 3 to sneak. That's pretty good. We might do that. Don't want heavy armor. Tech skills plus 5, armor 10. I think we're gonna want this guy. And let's check the other ones out. A piece of armor was a maybe. Medium hack plus 7, that's pretty good. 14 science plus 3, that's pretty good too. Heavy I don't want. Medium persuade plus 5. I think we just found a better helmet. Let's buy it. That hack plus 7, let's get that too. Having some money is nice. Spacer's choice seems to be pretty much all guns. And we have better guns than all this stuff. Alright, let's check out that new armor. What is our, let's do now, dodge plus 7, 13, 14 hack plus 7. Yeah, definitely just straight up improvement, although it looks terrible. Otherwise, it's just a straight up improvement. That's persuade plus 5, that's sneak plus 3. Thankfully, we can't see that because I'm sure that would look awful. That's lockpick plus 5. That's actually pretty useful. We might keep that around. Tech skills plus 5. Same with that one. All right. Ellie's got some skills. Yeah, base health. Apply. Oh, the codex got updated. I'm not worried about that. Let's do this little sneaky bit here, and then we'll come back and talk to Gladys.
Okay. You take real good care of your pistol, Dr. Fenhill. I oughta. It's kept me alive this long. I mean, you treat it nice.
Squatter's journal.
Makes me happy to see, because I feel the same way about my wrench. Look, it's a tool that does a job. Feelings got nothing to do with it.
That's all that's there. Go through the next little passageway. Found a couple little bits of treasure. And we got another one. Oh, we're in a restricted area now. I'm sure there's some sort of quest thing I'm supposed to be doing in here. Medical bay key card. Any item I can interact with. We might just have to come back here. Oh, this is back. Okay.
Looking sharp.
Maybe this is another way to do the Ellie's quest, perhaps. Oh well. Let's go back. Thought there was something else to this area. Maybe I'm just not remembering it correctly. Let's talk to Gladys.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement.
Anybody interesting? Nope, just spacers.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are?
Oh, it's the cookies.
Made without a single natural ingredient. Or an oven. Just like store-bought.
Yeah, that is just like store-bought. Phineas sent me. He said you could get me a nav key to Stellar Bay.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least.
Don't worry, I'll help
Now,
keep it that way.
I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
We're gonna do the quest, don't you worry. Pay 10,000 bits. I was pretty close to that before I bribed Udom. Any chance of a discount since Phineas sent me?
Phineas, that old kook. He was quite the dancer back in his prime, did he tell you? Real light on his feet. Real light in the wallet, too. He still owes me a small fortune. Laws. Maybe I should charge you double.
Fair enough, fair enough. Tell me about this opportunity.
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility.
Yeah.
Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms...
I'll be fine.
Do you know Edna, over in engineering?
I do.
Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago.
Interesting. Why was Roseway abandoned?
Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Wonder what kind of haul they left behind.
Yeah.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around.
Could be. Maybe some sort of automated message, even though we've already ruled that out?
Edna didn't seem to think so, and I trust the dear girl's judgment. Well, maybe not in men, but she knows her comms. So, like as not, someone's been down there recently.
Okay.
And if someone set up shop in Roseway, I'd wager they got something to hide.
Fair enough. If it's a corporate town with something to hide, why the SOS?
Maybe whatever they're hiding went to heck, and now they need a few spare hands to clean up the mess. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs.
That's good strategy, actually. So you need someone to snoop around.
My goodness, aren't you quick on the uptake? I like that. Should you find yourself responding to a certain distress call, and in so doing find yourself in possession of certain valuable corporate secrets, well, then we ought to have a chat over a pot of tea and my famous cookies.
I'll stop by if I find anything.
Law bless your atoms. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done.
Let me see what you got for sale while I'm here.
I found a handsome ceramic manta pillar at a salvage auction last week.
Did you now? Oh, and we gained a level. Alright, let's go section by section. Salvage helper, 660 DPS. Good grief. That's a heck of a pistol. How much does this thing cost? Yeah, almost 3,400 bucks. Pulse hammer, not that interested. Flamethrower, not that interested. That's a pretty good pistol. And this is, I have the negotiator, so vendor prices are down 20%. Good grief. Do I spend the money on that thing? I like these special weapons. I think I will. What pistol will that replace, though? That's what. We'll figure that out later. We're getting it. All right, no armor, meds, all kind of just generic stuff. Tech kit, gyro sight, whisper muzzle, Mr. N. Yeah, we don't need any of that stuff. Armor parts, bypass shunt, mag picks. Yes, please. We will buy all 5. I don't think we need any of that other stuff. Battered Mardet data pad. Take that. Just in case. For anyone who wants to read that. Halvis mining cartridge. We'll take that too. Why not? Might find us something interesting. Alright. Did she,
If you're here for this week's magazine club meeting, you're a touch late.
I wanted to ask you something else.
What do you want then? My hard-earned wisdom?
Why'd the board recall Stellar Bay nav keys?
Ask the common folk, and they'll tell you it's on account of all the monsters on Monarch desperate to gobble you up. Because that's what the board tells them, you see.
Yeah.
I think they made some fool mistake that would make them look bad to the rest of the colony, and they're trying to hide the evidence.
That sounds right. Why do you think that?
Those board folk are real prideful-like. Never want you looking behind the curtain, lest you see their derrieres.
Ooh.
But old Gladys knows the score. The whole colony's not much more than a diorama, showcasing one board screw-up after another. That's why we gotta keep them from getting their grubby mitts on Groundbreaker. She's our mess.
Fair enough. Are there still people down there?
Probably. Every once in a while, we get these snippets of radio chatter. Edna shows them to me. Some man hooting and hollering about the light in us all. Claims he's transmitting from Monarch, but who knows if that's true. Might be true. Might be some new trick from the board.
Interesting. You mentioned Groundbreakers outside of board's control.
That's right, dearie. The only independent station in the colony. That's us. Though for how long, I can't say. That all depends on Miss Junlei.
How do you mean?
The board can't abide a community that won't bend to its will.
We'll go back. We know who Junlei is.
Go right ahead, sweetheart.
What do you do here?
Oh, a little of this, a little of that. I buy and sell items that require discretion to dispose of. Knickknacks. Curios.
Yeah?
I also knit throw pillows stuffed with the hair of famous tossball players.
Ooh.
But that's more of a passion project.
So that's what that smell is.
Sometimes the hairs poke out between the seams, but I don't mind. That's what the law gave us matches for. But that's not what you wanted to talk about, is it, dear?
Thanks for your time.
Any time, sweetheart. You know where to find me. Here, take a candy with you.
Ooh. Purple berry punch. Alright, let's, well, we gained yet another level. Everyone got a bunch of skills. Always good. Couple range, couple defense, couple dialogue. Now you see my persuade's up to 50, so I can bump up persuade itself, or if I click dialogue, it will increase lie and intimidate, but not persuade because it's already up to 50. So we'll put that second point there. Stealth, couple there. And tech. And apply. Well, that's soon enough we'll have to, especially with dialogue, yeah, next time these will all be at 50, so we'll have to start making decisions what to do with those points. Probably either lean into lie or persuade more heavily is most likely what we'll do once we get those other two up to 50. That way we can keep passing speech checks. Alright, let's go to perks. We got another perk, and after this perk, tier 2 will open up. So, what perk do we want? Tactical time dilation, maybe. Damage when alone, no. Walk speed or sprint, probably. Durability loss is pretty good. Companion critical hit, ammo and consumable stock. Tactical time dilation recharge. Fast travel when encumbered. It's pretty easy just to break down a couple weapons and armor, so I don't think this is very useful. 50 XP from companion kills, I don't think we really need that. Let's do, let's bump up our sprint speed. And then all my companions also get perks. What do they got on tier 2? Extract mods in the field, 10 melee damage, armor rating, range damage. They still die really easy, so I think we gotta go make them a little tankier. We won't be able to do Vicar Max until we get to, or we actually have them in the party. Yeah, she's got the armor rating as well. Alright. So now we got, what's going on over here?
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement.
So I'm going to go that way. For some reason, we didn't explore upstairs. Let's do that real quick.
The Edgewater canning facility is operating.
Some free bypass shunts lying on the dumpster. And just a crew member's room. Let's check the terminal out. Pay to view movies. 0 cartridges in stock. Big Canid Friend. Nanner Spank. What's that? 7. Primal Affections. Pay to view serials. Baking with Edna. Space Hospital. And Broderick's Brood. Is that it on there? Let's access the guest messages, because we can. We got that hack. 1, 2. 1, 2. And 1, 2. Do a quick look around. Alright, that seems to be all the upstairs has to offer. I think weapons from the void is taking us to this other little section. Let's do this other little section, and then I think we're going to call it an episode.
You sure have seen a lot of the colony, huh, Dr. Fenhill?
Ellie.
Stuff's
And
considered
sure,
stealing.
but most of it looks the same from inside a ship.
Sorry, Dr. Ellie. Still, though, don't you find it thrilling?
Oh, this is like the
Being in
police
space?
officers' quarters. Halcyon News, 1, 2.
Look, it's just Ellie.
More halcyon news. 1, 2. Plenty of things I could steal, but I mean... Ooh. Is anybody watching? Alright, we're good. We'll take that just in case. They don't need the rest and ghost key card here.
News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Back through a little storeroom. Oh, it's not stealing once we're back this far. There wasn't, yeah, there's nothing there. Barred. So there's got to be a way to sneak around that. Where is it? That looks open. And there's a chest up there too. Well, I tried to jump. How do I get up there? Aha. Still considered stealing. Even though these chests are where nobody can reach them. That's okay.
I'd say anything here falls under the salvage protocols of finders keepers.
And we got some enemies. Outlaw squad leader.
Target practice! Dead on! That's just pissing him off!
Good grief.
Down they go!
Lethality now reduced.
Ah! We're not getting through! Ah! Ah! It's not working! Ah! Ah! This is bad! We're not getting through! Everyone all right?
Good grief. Scrap mechanicals and miniguns and right out of the gate. Is this that barred door? Yeah, let's get that opened up. That way in the event if we want to come back, we don't have to sneak around again. Alright, let's check the loot. I mentioned I've played through this game before, and on my original playthrough, I don't know if you saw in this Outlaw Leader's items was a key card to open this locked door, I believe. And I had been using a laser rifle, and it turned him to dust, so I walked right by his body and didn't notice it. And I think I had come back to this area more than once. Well, I really blew him away. More than once. And did not find that key card and could not figure out how to get this science weapon. But we can get right on in, no problem. Let's check out this terminal. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And 1, 2. That way anyone who's interested in reading that stuff can. I've mentioned before, a lot of the writing in this game is pretty good, so worth your time, but it's also going to make this Let's Play crazy long. Prismatic Hammer, 103 DPS. It's not a very good special. We'll take it, but not that powerful of a special weapon. Science weapons are unique weapons that have strange, powerful effects. Science weapon damage and the strength of their effects both increase as your science skill increases. Interesting. Jock engineers ensure our bottom line and fire rates are sky high.
Not like someone left their name on it.
Alright. We got the science weapon. we have seen, I think, all of the area, at least, that Groundbreaker has to offer. There's
Nice thing about
There's
traveling
still
with the
more to
captain.
do here.
We meet all sorts of new people.
Sure. Best part is when they pay us.
We will need to
We never really
mess
had
around
new
in here
folks
once
in
we get
Edgewater,
Vicar
except the
Max. Let's
captain.
head back to our ship.
Kind of hard to make new friends when everyone's already decided they don't like you.
Could be a favor in disguise. A lot of people out here ain't that nice.
I wish you were allowed to have two. Oh, you are allowed to have two people in your party. I could have had Vicar Max with us the whole time, I think. I think you are allowed to have 3 party members.
Ever put into Groundbreaker?
You kidding?
Where'd
The chief
Felix
wouldn't let
go?
a couple hundred board troops in here.
Is he by the ship? Yeah, there he is.
Hey, you got a second?
I sure do.
Fancy running into you again.
Is it? You're standing
Don't mind me.
outside of my ship.
Just admiring your ship from up close. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me.
Oh, yeah? You're pretty eager to throw in with somebody you barely know.
Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired.
All right, Felix, tell me why I should hire you.
You're serious. You're giving me a shot. All right. Hang on. I put together a little speech, just in case you asked. Hey there. I'm Felix Millstone. I have prepared a list of reasons why I believe you should hire me to join the crew of your ship and/or outlaw gang.
I'm enjoying this. Go on.
Firstly, I am highly personable, and I get along well with anyone who is not of the jackass persuasion.
I'm sorry. He's funny.
Secondly, I can be counted on in the event of a firefight, standoff, and/or raid. My motto is, if you need a steady gun hand, I'm your man. That motto is it's a work in progress.
We'll let him continue.
Additionally, I have several years of experience as a box hauler. This skill may come in handy if you need a body dragged away or a door held open while escaping enemy fire.
Yeah.
In conclusion, thank you for considering me for your ship crew and/or outlaw gang. I look forward to our adventures together.
I thought that was real good, Felix.
I did too.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. What do you think? Am I in?
And I love that you literally don't care at all what we do. We're a ship crew or a group of outlaws or whatever. He doesn't even really care. How about an interview?
Sure, an interview. That sounds fair. I mean, first time for everything, right? Ask me anything you like.
What's the value of pie?
It's delicious.
Excellent answer.
Mock apple pie and a tripicale crust, maybe with a little cream on top. Classic.
Biggest flaw?
Foreman told me my biggest problem was that I didn't take orders. I told him my problem is not with authority, it's with jackasses. So yeah, I guess my biggest flaw is that I don't suffer idiots. Hope that's not a deal breaker.
Are you good in a fight?
Are you kidding? I love a good fight. One time, I took an autoloader's head clean off its servos with one swing of a tossball stick. You can count on me in a scrap, boss. That's a promise.
All right, you're hired, bud.
Wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. Thanks, boss. You're not going to regret this.
I'll see you on the ship.
I'll just gather my personals and meet you on board. This is going to be great.
You got a crew now, Felix.
I almost got a full crew. And back to the Unreliable. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to help support the channel. Click the notification bell if you want to be aware for when my next stream
Felix
is.
and the vicar are arguing again.
Again? He just got on the ship. Yeah, thanks so much, guys, for watching. I appreciate any support I can get. Have a good one.